Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking the new Sugofest, Lucky Roux and Ben Beckman, otherwise known as Lucky Roux, into Garp's Challenge Heavenly Demon 2. And I gotta say, this legend is something else. I cannot think of a time where a legend has given such a boost to their particular class like this legend has. They have completely revitalized shooters and actually put them back on the map. Like, I'm not going to say they're the best class in the game or anything like that, but, like, this character is such a staple on that shooter team that, like, it actually makes shooters, like, brought into a conversation about being good and being, like, better than good, really. Their ability to remove defense up, damage reduction, and threshold just by hitting a perfect with barrier pen activated is so ridiculously powerful because it stacks with two Lucky Mans. Now, I'd love to go to Bandai HQ and sit down with the jabroni that said, hey, let's make a legend that if you hit a perfect with barrier pen, removes one turn of defense up, damage reduction, and threshold. And if you run two of them as captain, it stacks. And then decided to put full immunity on Shanks and be like, nah, that's too broken. We need to stop there. I'd love to grab that jabroni by the throat and say, what the hell's wrong with you, man? What the hell's wrong with you? However, I do love what they've done with this legend. This legend is so much fun to use. Shooters with barrier pen is so prevalent, and a lot of people have been saying if this character was for another class, they could be easily like one of the best characters in the entire game. Honestly, I actually released my tier list yesterday, but the more I use this character, the more I want to put them in my top 10. The fact that they make their class so much better is so unparalleled to like all of the other legends in the top 10, if I'm completely honest. All the other legends in the top 10 don't provide the buff that Lucky Man provides to the shooter class and the extra damage and extra utility that this character can provide. Same with Shanks, like, they're basically irreplaceable on their respective teams. But, like, man, Lucky Man, they're so much fun to use. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the character if you have used them yourselves in the comment section below. And while you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button for me. If you're new to the channel, and you haven't done so already, like 60% of you guys that aren't subbed, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of the content moving forward as well. Most importantly, though, enjoy the video, enjoy your day, enjoy your night, and enjoy your morning wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. And let's take the new super class shooter Lucky Man into Garp's Challenge Heavenly Demon 2. Alright, so we're over here at Garp's Challenge Heavenly Demon 2 with a mono shooter based team. Now, with this particular legend, you do want to try and bring shooter legends on the team, as all shooter legends that have barrier pen completely ignore barrier at level 5. And that's where you can get the most out of the damage reduction, defense up, and threshold effects that this particular legend can provide. However, for Garp's Challenge Heavenly Demon 2, bringing the GOAT Stampede Buggy is essential because his Sailor ability can actually remove one turn of paralysis. But that's enough about that. Other notable supports, we have the Yasop on Lucky Roux and Ben Beckman, as well as the Shiryu support on Pudding. So that's the team. Let's dive on in. So if you guys don't know how this character works, as I've been rambling on, basically, if you activate Barrier Pen with any shooter character, it destroys one turn of defense up, damage reduction, and threshold. And because we're using two Lucky Roux and Ben Beckmans on the team, you can actually get that to stack so it removes 2 turns of it. Not only that, but they're super tandem, which we can't get active with this particular team because they do need like a Yasop, an Usopp, or a Shanks on the team. And just to do this sort of no-stall run that we are doing today, they really didn't sort of fit into the criteria of the team that I was trying to build. With their super tandem, though, they can actually remove more damage reduction, defense up, and threshold effects. And then they also have a super class, which can give 2 turns of a 2x attack boost to shooter and quick characters, as well as removing another 2 turns of damage reduction, defense up, and threshold, as long as you have 5 shooters on the team. Now, when you're building this particular character's teams, you kind of want to bring as many barrier pen units as you possibly can. You do have that luxury of bringing quick characters as well, but they are very centric around shooters because obviously they're the first super class shooter unit. Now, on stage 3 against Monet, the Yasop support is very, very good for this particular character. So if you have the Kazuna Yasop, he's a great unit for the team because he's a shooter and he activates the super tandem as well. However, his support removes 2 turns of Bind and Despair, which you can use on the Lucky Roux and Ben Beckman's special, and help with that. Another thing I want to note as well, I do want to like mention in this video, as of like tomorrow, I think, Makino will be coming to the Rayleigh's Bazaar. Make sure to pick her up because she's another fantastic support for this particular character, as well as the new Shanks being there. But as you guys will see, this is the first stage where we actually get that amazing ability to activate. With Lucky Man, you just hit a perfect and you can remove the 2 turns of defense up that what's his name, Virgo has, and it's like absolute easy mode because you have that chain boundary carryover effect. We actually use the Akainu special there to get a little bit more damage output, and then we have a bunch of cooldown reducers for this particular team in Kizaru and Pudding. With Kizaru, he can remove Special Bind just like Buggy can, and he's great for this particular stage against Caesar. With the Shiryu support, you can remove the poison, and then you can actually stockpile the chain boost that Kizaru gives thanks to Pudding. The idea of stockpiling the chain boost is because Lucky Man is a chain boundary character, getting a chain boost on top of that helps out drastically. And you guys are going to see that on the next turn when we do come up against Treble and Sugar. But against Pika, he has 2 turns of defense up, and you have to use a chain locker on this particular stage. So again, this is where Lucky Man is just so good because you can actually utilize their special, give yourself 3 turns of a chain lock, 3 turns of an orb boost, and then with their super class, you can remove the defense up. However, you can actually just hit a perfect, and that'll remove it as well. We basically use their superclass here for the attack boost, not to remove the defense up, but it's really nice that you can do that as well. It just works out wonderfully. If you guys want to see more of this effect, go check out my Kid Forest video. The Kid Forest video like showcases this perfectly. On the beach stage, we remove 10 turns of it, just hitting perfects, which is wild. On the treble and the sugar stage, we still have that orb boost. We still have that chain boundary effect. Then we can use Pudding to give us a full board of orbs, as they give us a full board of unfavorable orbs or dex orbs. And then as you can see there, we can just decimate that stage. It just works so damn beautifully. That way when we move into this Mark by Senior Pink and Gladius stage, we actually don't have to worry about matching orbs because they lock our orbs for 3 turns. The reason we don't have to worry about the matching orbs is because we kept 3 or 4 orbs on our characters, which is wild. Kizaru is going to give us 1 more turn of cooldown, which helps out a lot because then we can use the Lucky Man special again to give us chain boundary. We have the chain boost. We have color affinity thanks to Kizaru as well. And then we have an orb boost as well. And then with their super class, we can reduce the damage reduction from 5 turns to 3 turns. Now, the reason we want to do that is so now we only have to hit 2 perfects instead of 3 to remove the rest of the damage reduction effect. With this, like, obviously we have some orbs on the Akainu there. As you can see, the damage reduction is now gone. And, like, this stage absolutely melts. Like, it's wild how quickly the stage melts. Now, obviously with Lucky Man, they do need a lot of help with legend shooter characters. And there are a lot of good legend shooter characters. But obviously when it comes to team building, they are missing a lot of like rare recruits. They're missing a lot of free-to-play characters, which can be a little bit challenging to team build for. And I guess that's probably their big detriment. Another detriment I did find to this particular unit is they do lack naturally rotating orbs. They do need a little bit of help when it comes to actually getting matching orbs. But Ace Sabo is a really good sub for them to actually just guarantee 3 matching orbs. You also have Pudding can rotate block orbs and unfavorable orbs. She can also rotate... I think it's tandem or maybe recovery, G orbs or something like that. So she's got some pretty good orb manipulation as well. Once we hit this final stage against Doffy, we actually get our Pudding special back, which gives us our Lucky Man special back. We have Akainu. Akainu's going to set the defense to 0 as well, which is a great conditional boost for this stage. And shooters have a very good color affinity support in Rob Lucci, which you can attach to any shooter character for the final stage as a 1.5 times color affinity boost, which works really, really nicely. Now, this particular team didn't really showcase the ability that Lucky Roux and Ben Beckman can provide with their perfects. It did in some cases, like on the Mark V stage, but nevertheless, like with their super type, with their super tandem, with their captain ability, they are just going to be the GOATs when it comes to actually taking on content that has a lot of these defensive effects. And obviously with Barrier Pen on your legend characters, ignoring barriers no matter what, it's not going to matter if the enemy has a barrier, damage reduction, defense up, threshold, because Lucky Man is going to be the character that you pick to actually take it down. Now, as you guys can see there, I tried to get the final kill with Lucky Man, but it just wasn't meant to be. But there you guys go. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this character in the comment section below. I'm in love with this character at the moment. I think this character is insanely good. I would love to put them up in my top 10, but let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Belt the like button for me. Hit that big red subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Most importantly, though, enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!